You probably know him from Netflix Tiger King, where the world got a front row seat to the madness at the GW Zoo. Behind the memes, mullets, and madness, there was one guy who stood out as steady, real, and unforgettable. His name is John Reinke. Welcome to the podcast, John Reinke.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, you're going to be attending one of our events, TerrorFest in Conroe, Texas.
I'm excited. I've been through Conroe. I've never just been there. So I'm excited to come down and meet some people and make some new friends.
Awesome. I think you're going to do that too. Conroe has an awesome community. That's one thing that keeps me here, honestly. There's so many reasons I don't want to live in Texas, but the community and the people here seriously is what keeps me here. I love them. So let's jump into it. Everybody kind of already knows what your job was, or that you were in Tiger King, but what was your job?
Babysitting. I babysat a lot. The crew, Joe, the animals. I literally had to make sure everything was taken care of. You know, there's a lot of rumors out there that our animals were abused and stuff like that, and they were not. I made sure they were not. If I heard of any kind of abuse, I investigated it. If it was true, they were fired. Charges were put on them. But most of the time, it's just hearsay, somebody mad at somebody.
Sure.
Our animals know better than we did.
We know how the internet is. Like, people sitting at home on their phone, playing on their phones, they see a meme or a tag of somebody saying something hateful, and they jump on the bandwagon, believing it's true.
Yeah.
So I absolutely understand that. So I want to talk about you though. Like, so what are your hobbies?
Actually, I have a dirt race car. I have a modified, a USRA modified that I build the engine, I build the transmission, everything on it. I have a younger kid that drives for me, just because I don't want my temper to get at me.
That's cool. So what is that? Is that like a go-kart but made for the dirt?
For the dirt, yeah, except it's about 750 horsepower on alcohol, and we do circles in the dirt. Yeah, we play in the mud, and it's just a passion that I've always done it. I did it while I was working at the zoo, and I still do it to this day. I've got a young kid named Tyler Webb out of Iowa Park, Texas, that drives for me, and that helps a lot. And it keeps my sanity. If for some reason I'm having a bad day or something, I go out in the shop, start working on my race car. So it kind of helps.
Cool.
Kind of helps relieve some stress.
I can understand that for sure. So how fast does something like that go?
We've been clocked about 100, 110 on dirt. It's a little larger than a 3/8 oval that we race on.
Dang, I'll have to get some pictures of it to share on here. So one of the questions that actually was lingering in my mind is like, well, I have several actually, but one of them is, when this all went down where Joe got booted out, he got pushed out by Jeff Lowe. Like, did you stay, or were you like, I'm not dealing with this mess, and you bounced too?
When it all went south and Joe and Jeff were having a bad day, I finished out the day. I got everything ready for the next day, and I bounced the same day.
Gotcha.
Seen the writing on the wall, and I bounced. Joe bounced. Our vet bounced. We took all the drugs with us back to the vet, and we left. And that was seems like it was like June of 18 or something like that.
Yeah. And did you? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Time flies.
Yeah. So did you just go back home, like to where you're from, or?
I did. I've never had a problem finding a job. I can always find a job. I can find odds and ends and stuff to do. I am 100% disabled, but I do got to stay busy. That's probably why I'm still alive, probably. I enjoy the big cats. But when I walked away, I thought, it's over. I've got to find a job. I've got to find something to keep me busy. So I found a local dealership here that I can actually help work for the guy that owns the dealerships. I work for him, not particularly one dealership, and he has 8. So he keeps me pretty busy, just odds and ends stuff. Just if I want to work, I can work. If I don't want to work, I don't want to have to work. If I don't feel good, I don't have to go in. He doesn't push me. It's kind of a pretty good little deal I got going on. And then when all that took place, we used to babysit cats for a circus, and I called them and let them know that I wasn't there anymore, that if they took their cats there, they probably wouldn't get them back, to not take them. And he didn't know what to do. So off to Hugo, Oklahoma, I went to build him a compound. So I built him a compound for his cats. And then ever since then, I go up there every winter for 4 months, hang out with the cats and feed them and take care of them while they go do what they want to do. They don't have to worry about them.
I love that. My wife was asking me yesterday. She was like, with GW Zoo gone, is he still playing with big cats and stuff like that? And I was like, well, I'll ask him, but I'm pretty sure the answer would be yes, because he's built up a huge network, made friends with all kinds of other people that need help, probably babysit cats when other people go on vacation and stuff like that. I was like, just because the GW Zoo got burned to the ground, basically, and quite literally in this sense, doesn't mean he lost all of his friends and his contacts. Like, I'm sure he's still doing that. So
everybody knew that I was the one that took care of the cats and fed them and took care of them, trained them, stuff like that. That was the biggest thing. When word got out that we were gone and I left the zoo, I cannot tell you the welcoming that I got to other facilities to try and run their facilities for them and take care of their stuff. I wasn't sure I was ready for that, but the circus gig come up. So I said, you know what? I'm going from taking care of 240 cats to taking care of 4. I mean, it's gotta be a whole lot easier life. So it's great. We since then acquired, we've lost a couple cats from age, and we've acquired a couple cats. So we have some new lions that I've trained. It's been refreshing, I should say, because I really, really missed training the cats and raising them from babies again. So we have a new cat named Nelson that we're trained, and he's doing all kinds of stuff. We don't make them do it. If they want to do it, they do it. If they want that treat, they'll do it. But they're not whipped. They're not prodded. They're not made to do it. If they don't do it, the public don't get to see an act. They just get to hear us talk about cats. So but yeah, I still train them. I still get in with them. I still love them. It's the number one passion of mine is big cats.
I love that. So quick question on that. Being around big cats so much, did it ruin domesticated house cats for you? Are you like, you're not even, what are you?
It did. I honestly, I don't like domesticated house cats at all. They're just not big enough for me.
That's hilarious. So I had an experience with a tiger cub when I'm born and raised in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I've played in bands all my life. So one of my band members, my drummer, he was a animal trainer for Siegfried and Roy. And he used to always bring home all these animals. Like one time there was a little chimpanzee in a diaper that was like we were hanging out with. Another time he had this little cub named Darwin. I got a picture around here somewhere. Maybe I'll post it up in the video. But I wanted to ask your opinion on this. And I wasn't sure if I should ask you privately or here. Is this normal? Okay, so I remember when the baby tiger would gnaw on us just playing around, they would sock it in the middle of the forehead, and they're like, don't worry, it's not really hurting them, it's just letting them know no, because a tiger's forehead is the thickest, it's the thickest bone that animals have, like especially tigers. It's really thick there, but you got to teach them not to do that, because when they get older they'll tear your arm off. And like, so anytime, and I loved holding them, but anytime he gnawed on me, they got on my case because I wouldn't sock them.
Yeah, no, not good. Not good. Don't sock them. You don't have to sock them. I didn't sock none of mine. They don't gnaw on me.
Yeah, that's I thought that was kind of strange.
Yeah, back in the day, way back, circuses have a bad rap, of beating their elephants and beating their lions and tigers and stuff like that. Back in the 60s, they used to beat them, but it's come around that you don't have to do that. You don't have to make them, submit to pain and stuff like that. You can do it with treats and stern words. You yell at them and point your finger at them or tap them on the nose. You don't have to bust them on the nose. You just tap them on the nose.
Yeah,
they'll quit.
Okay. I wanted to ask a professional about that had much more experience.
I'd like to say I haven't lost any limbs yet, but I am missing a couple. So
not from tigers though.
Not from tigers. No.
From being a thrill seeker.
Yeah.
And you still got the thrill seeker in you. That's never going to go away.
I do. I don't think I'll ever lose that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
not so sure about a zip line again, but
I don't blame you. Honestly, your story is not the only bad story I've heard about zip line. So that's enough to keep me away. Just like the Titanic was enough to keep me off a cruise liner.
I hear you there.
So when Tiger King hit Netflix, it was during COVID, I believe. And it pretty much shocked the world. Everybody was like, whoa, what is this? Nobody ever seen anything like that before. It was just so many different types of characters. And so you went from just being the manager of GW Zoo, having this pretty cool life, like getting to raise all these animals and stuff like that, to just being massively world known. So did you have any weird experiences with fans, like fanatical fans or anything that kind of tripped you out? Was it surreal?
It was, I didn't get to see it till everybody else got to see it. We never got to see a preview of it or nothing. We didn't know what was happening. So I stayed up to watch it to make sure I didn't look like a dumbass on TV. Because you don't know what them producers are going to put out there.
True.
And I was semi-satisfied with what I seen. Stayed up till 4 a.m. watching it and went to bed, slept for about 4 hours and got up. And I've lived at my house for decades, and I walk out of my house and there's people on the corner of the street hollering at me and just carrying on. I thought, that's kind of creepy.
Like haters?
Kind of creep. No, John, we love you.
Oh, okay.
It was great to see you on TV. All this. I mean, they were all for me.
That's good.
But it was just weird, you just wake up in the morning and all of a sudden people know who you are. I don't feel like I'm famous. I didn't get rich, never got paid off that show. I just got what I call recognizable. People, I got the notoriety, I guess is what you say, but I still don't think I'm famous.
I think that you are literally the only one in that series where the world unanimously was like, that's the only sane guy on that show.
Yeah, so, I've been called the only normal one quite a bit.
Yeah. So
it's
and
crazy.
You don't live a normal life by any means, but compared, that just shows how extreme everybody is on that show.
Yeah. I do. I live a different life. A lot of people don't know everything about me. When I have my accident, I have a colostomy. I have to self-cath to pee. So I don't live a normal life, but instead of dogs, I have kangaroos. I don't know if you can see them back there.
What? I didn't even notice you had kangaroos.
There's 3 kangaroos back there.
That's awesome.
And I got them locked to this side of the fence right now. No, they're not in a little pen. They have a huge yard. I'm just fixing the fence on the other side right now.
Yeah.
But I live a different life, but I still just think I'm that normal human guy that just gets up every morning and goes to work and does his thing and comes home at night, eats supper.
Yeah.
I just get in with lions and tigers.
Yeah. You are very down to earth, and I appreciate that. When I was thinking of who I wanted to invite to TerrorFest, you were my number one. A, because you were the most likable in my opinion. B, I wasn't scared that you were gonna just wreck my show somehow being a lunatic. Yeah. And that's all I needed, actually.
There's still a few people out there trying to wreck Joe's world. And I said, what are y'all going to do to Joe? He's in jail. If Trump don't pardon him, he's got 14 more years. So
yeah, and that's pretty much a life sentence for him.
Yeah, it's,
right?
I mean, it's crazy for them people to still be digging at him when they've already buried him. I mean, but
when you say those people, are you talking about like Jeff Lowe?
The cast members, yeah.
Okay. Dang. Still
all
going after him.
Made money. You know, Carol, Jeff, James, they all made money off of this.
Off the show?
Evil always prevails in America. I don't know why. And it may be overseas too. I don't know, but evil always gets rewarded somehow. And
I have noticed that. It's like
I choose not to be evil.
Yes. Yeah. Same. Me too. It's a harder climb, but it's a more rewarding life to not have to look over your shoulder. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you to come to TerrorFest. Everybody is excited. I wanted to do this video so people knew that it was real, other than just a photo online.
Yeah. I'm coming. I'm excited.
Yeah, awesome. So what are you going to bring to TerrorFest?
You know, I have some merch that I've gathered through the times of doing some Comic Cons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have some T-shirts, I'll have some stickers. You gotta love my alarm clocks there. There's nothing here, but they're barking. I'll have some shot glasses, some Free Joe Exotic stickers. It says Free Joe Exotic on it. I'm gonna give some of those away. You're gonna be able to get your picture taken with me. We can do selfies or pictures. I have some pictures I can autograph for you. Awesome. What else do I got? I got some little I think they're 1/32 scales of my race car that I'm bringing. I'll bring some of those. And then just by some chance somebody wants to buy one of my old prosthetic legs, I'm gonna bring one of those and put a price on there and
really
and see what we do. So
I mean, that's an artifact at this point.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The weather going to be good? Everything looking good for the weekend?
Yeah, the weather's going to be good. When we talked on the phone the other day, I was outside building this giant prize wheel. I couldn't talk anybody into letting me commission them to do it, so I suckered myself into doing it myself. It's like one of those big ones. It's like 6-7 foot tall. Actually, if you want, you can donate something to put it as one of the prizes on there. Yeah. But yeah, it's going to be a good time. We have a great community. We'll have fun during the day. We'll eat good food truck food. It's at a brewery, and afterward, we have like a tradition. You don't have to if you don't want to, but we have a tradition where we, like some certain select members of my team and me and my wife, we go out and eat dinner afterward, and the guests usually come. Again, you're not obligated to do that, but it's nice to break bread together.
Yeah.
And we have some good eating here in Conroe. Like any kind of food you want, from Italian to Mexican to like Vietnamese, we have good food here. So yeah, looking forward to it. And is there anything else?
I'm excited. Everybody look me up on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook.
Okay.
John Reinke Tiger King. I have a TikTok. I haven't been posting too much on TikTok because Carol's been getting me shut down a lot. So
for real? Okay,
yeah,
you gotta tell me about that before we bounce.
Winter's coming on, so I'll start putting them on there again. I get in with the Lions in the wintertime, and she is just chomping at the bit to get me stopped and locked up for getting in with Lions. And
really,
since the Big Cat Safety Act, we can't let the public get in can't let them touch cats anymore. You can't touch the little cubs or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I train them. So did I lose you?
I hear you. I don't see you. Do you see me?
I don't. It says,
oh, there you are.
Something just bounced up there. Something about special effects or something. I don't know. Anyway,
it's all right.
But anyways, I get in and I train the cats and I video it and I'll do some TikToks and stuff. And she usually gets me flagged or something like that. So she still haunts me every day. So if you follow me on Facebook, I went back to the zoo the other day and took some pictures, and I said I was going to turn her into the code enforcement because it's grown up, because she owns that now. And everybody says, "Are you poking the bear?" I said, "Maybe."
Well, also it's harassment. Like it feels that way, at least.
It is. You would think so, but will they do anything about it? No. She's got more money than I got.
Mm-hmm. That's what it comes down to.
Exactly.
All right. Well, yeah. So follow John on Facebook. Keep up with all things John. Every once in a while, John's going to pop up probably at an event and go say hi.
Yeah, definitely. And don't be afraid to say hi if you see me out in public, because I'm not one of them guys that's gonna reprimand you.
Oh, I love that.
I'll take photos out in public. I'll talk to you.
Oh man, I love that. You're such a good dude. I can't wait to shake your hand.
Everybody wants to know that one thing that come out of all this. Carol did it.